Article 315 of the Revised Penal Code are known as Estafa. The elements of Estafa in general are the following: a. That an accused defrauded another by abuse of confidence or by means of deceit, and b. That damage and prejudice capable of pecuniary estimation is caused the offended party or third person. People v. Lowe. The facts of the case are as follows. Sometime in 1998, Lowe persuaded private complainants to apply for a job in Italy through the services of accused appellants. Lowe introduced them to accused appellant Calaman, who represented herself as a sub-agent of Axel International Services and Consultancy, AISC, a legitimate recruitment agency. Calaman showed a job order of factory workers purportedly issued by an Italian firm. De Vanadera called up AISC to verify Calaman's representation. The person who answered the phone readily confirmed accused appellant Calaman's claim. Thus, when accused Calaman asked 10,000 pesos from each of the private complainants to cover expenses for medical examination and processing fees for travel documents, both De Vanadera and Agramon readily parted with their money, as evidenced by receipts duly signed by Calaman. They likewise gave their respective passports, birth certificates, NBI clearances, resumes and other documents. Thereafter, Calaman brought them to St. Martin's Clinic for medical examination. On October 24, 1998, upon the urging of Lowe, private complainant Magne paid 20,000 pesos to Calaman for the latter's recruitment services. On January 15, 1999, private complainants were subjected to another medical examination at St. Camillus Clinic, Pasig City, because according to Calaman the medical examinations at St. Martin's Clinic were not honored by the Italian embassy. On the same date, Magne gave an additional amount of 15,000 pesos to Calaman, while De Vanadera and Agramon gave her an additional amount of 7,500 pesos each. At one time, in the course of following up the status of her overseas employment application, Calaman introduced complainant De Vanadera to accused appellant Comila, who showed her file and informed her of the need to secure a visa with the Italian embassy. Calaman then asked for more money to secure the visa, but De Vanadera refused to pay. Private complainant Agramon's follow-ups with Calaman were just met by repeated assurance that she will be deployed immediately once her papers are completely processed. The other complainants received similar treatment. Finally, in January 1999, Calaman gave private complainants their supposed individual employment contracts as factory workers in Italy. However, the contracts did not indicate an employer. The three proceeded to the POEA to verify the status of their contract, where they discovered that while AISC was a licensed recruitment agency, Lowe and accused appellants Calaman and Comila were not among its registered employees. The issue now is whether or not the accused violated the crime of estafa. The court ruled in the affirmative. This court is convinced that the prosecution proved beyond reasonable doubt that accused appellants are guilty of estafa under Article 315(2) of the Revised Penal Code, Article 315. Swindling, estafa, under Paragraph 2, by means of any of the following false pretenses or fraudulent acts executed prior to or simultaneously with the commission of the fraud. A. By using fictitious name, or falsely pretending to possess power, influence, qualifications, property, credit, agency, business or imaginary transactions, or by means of other similar deceits. There are three ways of committing estafa under the above-quoted provision: 1. By using a fictitious name. 2. By falsely pretending to possess power, influence, qualifications, property, credit, agency, business or imaginary transactions, and 3. By means of other similar deceits. Under this class of estafa, the element of deceit is indispensable. In the present case, the deceit consists of accused appellant's false statement or fraudulent representation which was made prior to, or at least simultaneously with, the delivery of the money by the complainants. to convict for this type of crime. It is essential that the false statement or fraudulent representation constitutes the very cause or the only motive which induces the complainant to part with a thing of value. Accused appellants led private complainants to believe that they possessed the power, means and legal qualifications to provide the latter with work in Italy, when in fact they did not. Private complainants parted with their hard-earned money and suffered damage by reason of accused appellants' deceitful and illegal acts. The elements of deceit and damage for this form of estafa are indisputably present, hence their conviction for estafa was proper.